Former New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin was in court. Find out the latest about his charges.
Plus, a New Orleans girl makes a brave decision that saved a family member's life.
But first, a development in the art school whistleblower case that has money going back to students.
Good evening and welcome to Newsbeat. I'm Jake Robles.
And I'm Stephanie Caprera. Thanks for joining us. We have an update in the LSU Art School whistleblower case. On Friday, the school will begin refunding more than $60,000 to approximately 600 students who were charged illegal fees. The refund stems from a lawsuit filed by a former employee of the art school who says she was fired after she reported what she calls theft of nearly $75,000 from students. The School of Human Resource Education and Workforce Development and the LSU ROTC programs are creating a new program for students pursuing military leadership. This program will better prepare cadets for leadership in military and civilian life. Students in degree program will continue their military science curriculum and learn the basics of leadership. Coordinator of the Human Resources and Leadership Development degree program, Ed Holton, explained how this idea started.
The ROTC folks and ourselves, we realized that there was a potential to do something much better that would serve the students better than what we had been doing. And so this is a great example of the kind of interdisciplinary collaboration that's possible here at LSU.
This program is open to any interested students. The partnership will also include the Naval ROTC at Southern University.
A Connecticut man was accused of voyeurism and criminal trespassing when he was caught filming in a college bathroom. 30-year-old Michael McKenna was caught with a digital camera in the Wesleyan University library. When police searched the camera, they found 14 videos from inside bathroom stalls. Several college libraries like Middleton here at LSU are open to the public, which does cause some students to be concerned.
What actually is something that is a little disconcerting about the campus sometimes is that it's pretty easy access.
The library?
Yeah, the library you don't have to show your key, you can walk right in.
McKenna told police he planned to move those videos to his personal computer and share them on the internet.
Newly labeled select schools voiced their displeasure over a new LHSAA rule that splits select and non-select schools for football playoffs.
Select schools are all traditional private schools, magnet schools, lab schools, charter schools, and some dual curriculum schools.
These proceedings have put University High School in a situation where we feel like we're forced to pursue other options outside the LHSAA.
The answer to this whole problem is very simple. The executive committee needs to rule this particular matter unconstitutional, and we get back to the business of playing each other as we have been for the last 50 years.
The thing is make sure that we're doing the right thing. Again, if you see that you can't mandate it and do the things you have to with it, put it on the next classification and do something right.
Former New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin pleaded not guilty Tuesday to all 21 counts of corruption. Nagin is charged with accepting bribes, free trips, and other things in exchange for helping contractors secure millions of dollars in work for the city. He was released on a $100,000 bond, and his travel is limited to Louisiana and Texas, where he now lives. His trial is set for April 29th. A 19-year-old New Orleans girl made a brave decision to donate a kidney, and Meg Ferris reports that kidney saved her twin sister's life.
Y'all kissed her.
The Delri family has a reason to shed tears of joy after Tulane surgeons say all went well when one identical twin made a decision to save her sister's life.
And I said, I want to give my kidney to my sister because I love her. I'd do it for anybody, any one of my family members.
Without being asked, without hesitation, when Daisy heard that her identical twin Sadie's kidneys had failed to the point of needing dialysis, she volunteered. The surgery was performed with no complications on January 29th.
After the surgery, I still can't tell them apart. Thank God one of them was wearing a donor t-shirt, one of them was a recipient t-shirt, otherwise I would not know which was my patient.
It was Dr. Neil Paramesh's first time to transplant a kidney in identical twins. Usually, whatever caused one twin's kidneys to fail is genetic, so both twins have the condition. But Sadie and Daisy are different. They don't have a genetic problem. It was in the womb, sharing one placenta, where Sadie's blood supply was not sufficient, so her kidneys never developed, and over the years got weaker.
She was developing features of renal failure, tiredness, lethargy, inability to eat.
Half of one kidney in a healthy person is enough to do its job. Daisy has a healthy future ahead. Sadie now has 3 kidneys. Her sister's now sits just below her hip.
I didn't want her to at the beginning, but as time went on, I just figured it was for the best.
Yeah, I know both of them were scared, but they were some troopers.
Thank you, everybody, for being there for us, the prayers and everything, and just being there. Thank you so much.
One of their 4 daughters saved another's life, but missing was Lauren, just a semester away from her nursing degree, lost in a car wreck. For Sadie, because her new kidney is genetically like her own, the good news is that she may be able to get off of the immunosuppression drugs that can have side effects. She's on them for a few months just in case, since the environment can alter even how identical genes work. These 19-year-olds never thought they could get closer, but life proved them wrong.
Since Sadie's new kidney is from her twin, doctors say it is very unlikely that her body will reject the transplant.
Coming up after the break, Chief Meteorologist Robert Gocher III explains the nasty weather we're getting.
Stay with us.
Good evening, I'm Chief Meteorologist Robert Gocher III. If you've stepped outside, you may have noticed it got a little bit warmer. That's because the warm front passed over us, and now we're waiting for the cold front. If we take a look at the Louisiana radar brought to you by WBRZ, you can see that there's a lot of mess headed our way. We had a little rain earlier, but you can notice the storms are moving this way from the west into Louisiana, into Baton Rouge. And we have a chance for some severe weather tonight. And as if we haven't seen enough rain already, let's take a look at the almanac. You can see that our annual average is around 63 inches. We've already hit 30 inches, and it's not even the end of February. We're very wet in Louisiana, but other places in the United States are very, very dry, and so maybe this is good news, however you take it. Let's take a look at tonight's weather, though. Like I said, before midnight, we'll see the most of the thunderstorms, a west wind of 15 miles an hour, a little breezy, gusts up to 25. Tomorrow, the rain will die down, but it'll still be fairly wet. 73 degrees for the high tomorrow, northeast wind of 5 miles per hour, and the rain should back up a little bit. Saturday, we may see some breaks in the clouds and see a little bit of sun. Sunday and Monday will be kind of rainy, but you may see a couple peaks of sun. Tuesday, though, we should be clear from the rain. So we'll definitely get some rain before this week is over, maybe even up to 5 inches by the end of the week. This is Chief Meteorologist Robert Gocher III. Remember to check me out on Twitter, Facebook, or listen to me at 420 and 12 on 91.1 KLSU. Back to you.
After the break, Arianna Prasad tells us about several key leaders stepping down.
And we'll see how one of those resignations could make shockwaves close to home. That's all coming up in our global segment.
Hi, I'm Arianna Prasad. Let's take a look at some headlines from around the globe. Tunisian Prime Minister Hamadi Jebali stepped down from his position Tuesday. In his television address, Jebali claimed that his resignation is due to lack of backing from his party, the Ennahda. His party denounced him after he advocated for a secular, technocrat government in Tunisia. Tensions increased after the February 6 assassination of Chakri Belaid. Belaid publicly criticized Tunisia's non-secular Islamic government, which undoubtedly led to his assassination outside of his home. Jebali kept true to his word, resigning because his party objected to his desire to divorce Islam from government. With general elections in June, the political atmosphere remains chaotic. After Pope Benedict XVI resigned last week, names of potential replacements for the head of the Catholic Church have begun to emerge. Although common wisdom says it is unlikely that an American will ever become Pope, Boston Cardinal Sean O'Malley is one of several names being listed as a possible successor to Benedict, whose last day will be February 28th. Benedict, who cited old age as the reason for his resignation, may also change the Church's constitution to allow his replacement to be chosen more quickly. Currently, the first day a vote could be cast for the new pope would be 15 days after the papacy has been vacated on March 15th. India, a land of more than 1 billion people, is finding strength in numbers. Millions of factory and bank employees participated in a 2-day strike organized by trade unions. Union complaints include inflation, globalization, low wages, and rising fuel costs. In American history, unions have brought us the relatively good work conditions we enjoy today. Today, Indian unions are calling for a Social Security policy, a program FDR implemented as part of his New Deal. If it were not for protests and rallies, the American job sector would be at a disservice millions of Indians refuse to tolerate. After sharing these testaments to leadership, I'll lead things back to the desk. Join me next week for more global news.
And that is all the time we have today on Newsbeat.
Make sure to connect with us on the web. Check out our YouTube channel, LSU Newsbeat, and you can tweet us at LSU Tiger TV.
I didn't know we had a YouTube channel. It sounds really nice.
Oh yes, we definitely have a YouTube channel, so y'all be sure to check that out.
All right, we'll be back Tuesday with all your news.
Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend, Tigers.